so today you are getting a natural, greasy Alyssa, mostly because, spoiler, I broke 2 bones in my hand. So today is a story time Sunday, so you can learn a little bit about how 2020 has been a bipolar bitch to me and why I'm struggling right now because my hand is broken. Anyways, so 2020 started off crazy, okay? I was dealing with a breakup, an ex who was moving out, and he was still moving his stuff out at the beginning of 2020. So there's that, not super fun, survivable, but like, constant reminders of things. And then along with that, halfway into January, my grandma passed away. And she was like this awesome woman. I called her all the time and we would chat. She would always just be someone that would listen, and she also loved learning things, so I would teach her about like what I was learning in school or like new psychology things, and she always took really well to them and like loved hearing them. And so it was nice to have her around. And she was older, she was like 80, but losing someone is never fun. I've been dealing with grieving that loss, but aside from that, then afterwards 2020 got pretty good. I was learning the ukulele really quickly. I picked it up super quick and I was like super proud of myself. And I was gaining lots of new friendships and going to like new places. I went to this bar and learned how to line dance. I also had the pleasure of going to LA, which I can explain much later in a video, but LA was a dream, honestly. I never wanted to leave and I was barely there. And so 2020 has just kind of been giving me like good things, like a trip to LA, and then also, my grandma passing away. And so I call her bipolar because also earlier this month of April, I was accepted into a graduate program. Yay me. However, then I fall and break my hand. So I thought it would be a fun story to share with you all. As a little aside, I do think I should be consuming more calcium. I am a vegetarian and I was assessing like my diet and just noticing that it was very, very low, like critically low on calcium. And so I definitely think that that was a part of what caused this, because as you'll learn through the story, this probably wouldn't have happened if I'd consumed more calcium. Maybe it would have, but like, honestly, I think the fact that I was not giving my bones the nourishment they needed was really a part of why I broke these bones. So let's get started. To start, I've never broken a bone. I don't know what that pain feels like. So when someone asks me on a scale of 1 to 10 what your pain level is like, and you have a really high pain tolerance, you're gonna say like a 5 or 6, even though it's really painful. So basically my friend Jen, she's an athlete at the university that we go to, and she was doing this like 10-mile, 10-day challenge where you're supposed to run it, but she was tired and she wanted to walk it one day, and so she asked me if I would walk with her. And so we went to a park to walk it. And about this park, the day prior it had snowed, which it's the middle of April, it should not be snowing, but whatever, Mother Nature, I hear you, honey, like we need to do better, okay. But aside from that, it was snowing the day before, so everything was muddy in this park. Like all the hiking trails were super muddy, and I noticed that and I was really trying to be cautious. I truly, truly was trying to be cautious about it. But I like stepped into some mud and it was almost like quicksand mud because I like fell into it and I tripped and slipped backwards, and I am a lefty, so I braced myself with my left hand. I kind of put it out flat like this, and I landed right on that arm, and I heard a bunch of things crack. And this was like 1 mile into the walk, and I knew my friend wanted to like do the whole walk. She was like, "Do you want to go home?" And my exact response to her was, "You don't need your hands to walk, so let's keep going." And the whole time my hand was throbbing. It didn't feel like a sprain or a strain because I've sprained and strained things before, but it was still throbbing. But I was just like, maybe it's just a really bad one. But I remembered hearing these cracks, and I was just like, maybe those are my knuckles cracking. I almost felt as though like my knuckles had cracked backwards, which was a really strange feeling. And so the next day, I waited a whole day The next day, I went to the urgent care. So it was over a day from when it happened, because it happened at like 9 in the morning on a Thursday, and I went to the urgent care at like 3 p.m. on a Friday. I went, and it was empty. And so they did a bunch of x-rays, and the doctor actually showed me my x-ray and said, "You tell me where it's broken." And I was like, oh no, this is bad if like it's so obvious that I can point it out. Indeed, like in the bones that I believe are the metacarpal bones, so not the little bones at the bottom, so maybe it's the carpals, but basically the inside bones that lead up to your fingers, to the phalanges, they are broken, and they were just like in two different directions, basically. It was terrible. And so it's my middle finger, my favorite finger, gosh, and my ring finger. So I cannot move my hand. Life is really challenging because as a lefty, you already have a challenge with everything, and now I'm having to do everything with my right hand. I can't write. I write like daily affirmations in a journal, and now I'm having to voice to text them in like a Google sheet because I still want to be doing them. I can't play my ukulele, so I'm having to watch like videos and learn like strumming patterns and like rhythms, but not be able to put them on the ukulele, but I still want to be doing things. I was also learning how to do the push-ups, and that's gonna have to be put on hold. And I was trying to, you know, get some muscle and some strength in the arms, and so I'm either gonna have to do weightless training or just increase that cardio and that leg strength. It's definitely an experience. I've never, like I said, broken a bone before. It's hard to wash my hair. It's hard to do my hair. The goal was to have my hair up. But at this point, I said, I don't give a fuck because this is broken. I can't do my makeup, so just not even trying. I mean, I will if like something important comes up, but there's no point in trying when the hand that you need is completely out of commission and you feel like a 5-year-old. It's really bad. So, you know, this is definitely a challenge for me because I love to be productive. I love to accomplish things. I was really on my ukulele kick. I was really on my yoga kick, and I was really doing good at strength training and doing those push-ups. But I don't want to think of this as a negative experience. I want to think of this as a learning experience. Few things I've learned. Be cautious about going to the park the day after it snows. It might be muddy. Consume more calcium because this shouldn't have happened. I really don't think it should have. The third thing I've learned is that I can still accomplish things. It's just gonna take me a little bit longer. So multitasking isn't gonna be something I'm doing. So it's teaching me, number 4, patience. And number 5, I think I'm gonna become ambidextrous by the end of this because I'm gonna have to use this hand. And so even though there's a lot of like negatives, and I could really dwell on the negatives of all of this, I'm not going to. I'm not gonna dwell on the big bill because I will need a surgery for this. I'm not going to dwell on the recovery process. Instead, I'm going to think, wow, now I can finally say I've broken a bone. Which is like pathetic, but you gotta think of the positives. And then I have more time to read and learn Spanish. Yay, that's exciting. And along with that, I can keep a nice fresh face. You know, makeup isn't good for those pores. So I'm gonna keep that fresh face. And I'll be able to learn how to be more patient with myself and not accomplish as many things and not feel bad about myself for not being able to accomplish as many things. So I definitely think it is a good learning experience and learning opportunity. And I think that one of my stressors is my crazy hair, and we can talk about that in another video. And I'm just gonna let my freak flag fly, you know, let this hair do what it wants. If it wants to be greasy, if it wants to look like this, honey, go ahead, because I tried to put you up 10 times today and I have to put you up with this hand. I can barely do a dang thing with this hand. So this is the way you're gonna be, and this is the way I'm gonna look, and I still have worth and I still have value no matter what my size is, no matter what my hair looks like, no matter what my face looks like. And I think that I am going to be able to learn a lot from this crazy experience. So yes, your friend Alyssa was lame and she fell while she was hiking. And she was so stubborn that she kept hiking, and she didn't go to the urgent care until the day after. And now she needs surgery on her hand because she broke 2 bones in her hand. But that's all right. That's life. 'Tis life. And I'm going to learn so much from it, and at least it's happening during the quarantine, because if it was going to happen during my master's program, how was I going to take notes? I literally can't even type on a keyboard. I'm like a super quick typer, and I can't even type right now. So that's my life. Just wanted to share that with you for Storytime Sunday. It's a shorter video, but just the way I'm trying to be positive about this. And once I have a cast, I'm thinking about designing it really cool, because I love cool artsy designs, hence all my tattoos and the multiple more that I will be getting in the future. Sorry, Mom. So with that, I'm just gonna end this video. May you all be safe, may you all be happy, may you all be well, and may you all be at peace. Thanks for tuning in, and I'll see you next time. Bye.